All right, so here are my results for my alternate day fasting for week 1. Now, before I share this with you, I want to tell you that there is no medical advice on this channel. This is just my own personal results, my own opinion for myself. Your results will be different. So keep that in mind. So today is day 8. I've been through 4 days of fasting and 4 days of eating. And the last recorded weight I have was from about 2 weeks ago, where I was just about 219. And in the introductory video, I had mentioned that my highest weight was at 236 about 18 to 24 months ago. So I was able to whittle it down to about 219, 220, which is good. It's steadily coming down. It's just not as quick as I would like it to be. So let's talk about the numbers. So I started my fast on Wednesday night of last week. That was on October 9th. So to give you a little bit of perspective, I ate my last food at 6:30. Thursday during the day I fasted. No issues. I had a few hunger pains, not that big of a deal. Things went really well. I had some water. Didn't really lose energy, really wasn't that tired. And then I broke my fast on the 11th at about 9 o'clock a.m. on Friday, the 11th. So, and what I had there was I had one Tim Hortons sausage, egg, and bacon biscuit. Now, they sell them for like two for $4. So I usually have two of them, but I had one. And when I had that, the very first thing I noticed was that I felt incredibly full, like I had just had Thanksgiving dinner. So I don't know if my stomach had shrank that much over the course of my 39-hour fast, but it sure felt like it. So when I weighed myself on Friday, I had gone down to about just shy of 217, so 217 pounds. And so I figured that was progress. So when I weigh myself, these are my criteria for when I weigh myself. I weigh myself on the morning at the very end of my fast after I wake up and after I have gone to the bathroom. And that way I can get consistent results. So it's not going to do me any good to sit there and weigh myself when, after I've eaten or anything like that. So I wanted some consistency in the results so I could see how accurate they were. So I didn't weigh myself directly before my fast. I only weighed myself the morning of my fast. So anyway, I went from, in about probably 12 days, I went down about 2 pounds. So the next fast is, Saturday. Friday was my eat day. Saturday was my fast day. On Saturday, I felt tired, but I kept going through the day. Of course, I had hunger pains. The food wasn't really that big of a deal thinking about it. I just knew I had to get through the day. No real cravings. What was nice is this. When I woke up on my fast days, it was nice because I didn't have to worry about packing a lunch, worrying about breakfast. I could just get up, get dressed, get on with my day, and then just get moving. And I could focus on the task at hand throughout the day. And when I would have my lunch, I would just go out into my car and just read or enjoy that nice time by myself. So I weighed myself on Sunday morning, which is the end of my fast, and I had gone down just over another pound. So that was pretty good results. And so with fasting 4 times, my fast generally lasts between 34 and 39 hours, depending on what time at night I stop eating. So sometimes I'll stop eating at 7 p.m., sometimes I'll stop eating at 9. One night I stopped eating at 10. That leaves me about maybe a 12 or 13-hour window max to actually eat my food. But again, I'm not counting calories. I'm not worried about the macros or anything like that. I'm just eating like I normally would on my feast days. And one thing I noticed is on the first feast day after my fast is I was having a Mountain Dew, and it tasted not as appealing as it did before. And I thought that was quite the change for one day. And I really didn't think that my taste buds could change that quick, but they did. And again, these are just my results. Yours will be different. And the morning of after my third day fasting, when I woke up and I was eating my breakfast, mentally I was so thankful for food. I was thankful for the farmers who grew it. I mean, I just remembered how the food tasted. It just tasted so good. And I was so grateful that food tasted so good because it was just nourishing my body. And I was so thankful that this food was like nourishing my body. So it gave me an extra appreciation for the food. You know, when I was eating 3 full meals a day plus snacks, you just go to the kitchen or the grocery store, you pull it off the shelf, you buy it. You don't give a thought about the preparation of the food or who made it for you. So it just really made me grateful. So anyway, today, the 8th day of the fast, or the 8th day of this progress, I'm only doing every other day. I woke up this morning and I weighed myself, and I was at 213.62 pounds, which is about a difference of about 5 pounds from 2 weeks ago. And it's a difference of about 3 1/3 pounds from the very first time I weighed myself after my first fast. Now, here's the dilemma I ran into. I woke up this morning from my fast. I felt great. I wasn't hungry. I felt energetic. I had thought to myself, do you want to try to go 48 hours for this fast to help your body burn more fat? And I was thinking, no, I don't know if I want to do that, because when I started this, I made myself a promise that I was only going to go every other day during this fast, and I was going to watch my progress at least for a full month going every other day, and I wasn't going to deviate from that every other day plan. So my goal is to, as I see my weight tapering down, hopefully every week, I'm going to stick with that. And once I plateau for a few weeks and my weight does not continue to go down, if it goes up or stays the same, then I figure I'll change gears and do something else. But for week 1, as far as day 8, it was a success, because on my fast days, I may have had a hunger pain here and there. You know, I had two days of side effects where I had some light diarrhea, where your body's just cleaning out whatever, whether it's bile or body fat, or you know, my digestion changed a little bit, because I was going from eating a full day to not eating, to eating a full day to not eating. So my body sort of had to adjust with that. So I was sort of alternating between like constipation and diarrhea there for a few days. But based on what I've studied, that the first day is the hardest, or I'm sorry, the first week is the most difficult for your body to adjust to. So the first week went really well for me. I'm excited to continue this journey and see what happens. And again, my ultimate goal is to lose body fat. I want to, you know, I'm 5'9" now, and according to today, I'm 213 pounds, but my goal is to eventually get back down to that 176 where I was, just for health. I've noticed too that during the fast that sometimes I would get some light numbness in my feet, like one foot, like my blood wasn't flowing properly. I noticed my heart rate slowed down really well. I have a Fitbit here, and sometimes my heart rate would get down to 59 as a resting heart rate, which it's never been that low before. But again, I would have lemon juice and apple cider vinegar, trying to keep my electrolytes up, you know, my calcium, my potassium, magnesium, a little bit of sodium in some water, to just in case I started to get drained. But anyway, great success, and I will see you at week 2.